Okay, this was a fun one. I wanted to show you a diagram before you see the apparatus because it was filmed after it was built, so you may not get a great idea. Plus, I wanted to give a disclaimer. This was built for our bathroom. I'm hoping that all precautions are made for safety when you build it. And this is just to give you ideas. We're not professionals, so it's a cute little simple machine that might help you out. So this up here is a particle board, and there was a doorway here which this swung out and it went on the top lip of the doorway. And then over here was a bathroom bar. There was a nail here and here to keep it in place. Then these two blocks were screwed on to the top of the particle board. And then you had two PVC pipes with a nail in. The nail was not tight, so these things could swing back and forth. Same goes for down here. This was attached with a dowel, and then on the dowel, so it can swing more easily. And then around the dowel, there was wire to keep the dowel in place. At the top here, we used egg carton and taped it up with duct tape just to keep it on. And then on top of that, we had a shirt and some newspaper. You could put a head or something. That helped it also to keep it in place. And that's it. So watch the video and hopefully you'll have a better understanding. And we had a trip wire. The wire when this was all the way up, the wire went around it. There was a hook, and this wire, which was actually, it was attached to a nail here, was attached to, it was not attached to anything, but it would go in here and it had a loop. And on the loop was a nail. And then the nail was attached to some fishing wire that went over the door and through the crack, so we made a trip wire of it. So you tripped it, this nail pulled out, the wire fell, and this came swinging out. So hopefully that'll give you a better idea when you watch the video. It is a particle board, and to make it long enough to reach this to the shower curtain rod. And it is leaning on the shower curtain rod and on top of the lip of the doorway. Is this just a screw?
It's just a screw.
Okay, so this is screwed onto the particle board, and then you have two PVC pipings. And this PVC piping is what, about an inch?
That's ½ inch.
A ½ inch. You have two ½ inch. How long would you say this is?
2 feet.
2 feet. Two 2 feet PVC piping. And then this is CPVC, right?
Yeah, you can use PVC.
But you can use PVC. Okay. And this one's an inch.
Yes.
But up at the top, he has two of these blocks on both ends. And the PVC is attached with the screw. It can swing. And I'd say it's about 2 feet apart. However, you gotta measure your own house to see what it would be like, how far you want it apart. And then again, you want this PVC pipe to be between the two and then stick out a bit. Now inside we have that egg carton. This is what we had in the house, but egg carton, which is foam. And then he had some paper on top of the foam, so when you get hit, you won't hurt. Because a couple of people did get hit by it. And he just duct taped that on. And then at the end of these two PVC pipes, he has a dowel. Now, why did you attach it with this wire?
Keep the dowel slipping out.
Okay, what is this wire?
It's just metal wire.
I still have black icing on my fingernails. You don't have a gauge on it? You don't know the gauge?
No.
Okay. You could probably use floral wire. I'm trying to pull out floral wire. And the same for this side. So it's just a hole with the dowel in it. Okay, so then the release, you have a hook here, and there is this wire. I'm not ready yet. You have this screw here in one of the blocks that are attached to this PVC piping. Then you take this wire, again you probably can use floral wire. You do this wire, and the wire has to be long enough to hold this, hold the piping. So the whole mechanism swings up to the top. Okay, so
There's something pulling this ring.
he has this, he has a, okay, so you have a block here with a screw attached to the wire. The wire goes over the apparatus or under the apparatus, comes up through this hook, and then through the hook you take this nail and you put it in the loop that you made at the end of this wire. The nail is attached to fishing wire. Let me see if I can see it right here. And then the fishing wire will go over the door, down the door, and then through the crack of the door on the floor. We have the fishing wire here, comes across, and we have a wall here where we tie it to a nail, and then the wire needs to be a bit taut, so it would be a trip wire. And then, I don't have it connected right now, but then the trip wire, as they walk past, sets off the device.